Man, y'all, we got the battle of the bolds. You feel me? Cardi B and Nicki been going at it, man. Social media have been going crazy. You know what I mean? They've been going back and forth. It got real ugly. Obviously, they done had a little bit of issues back in the day, but what happened most recently is just a whole nother thing. But we got the Breakfast Club. They're gonna break it down. It's a lot, man. But let's check it out. But before we do, like this video, subscribe to the channel, y'all. I've been kind of absent for a minute, but I'm getting back to it, y'all. So my bad. All right, let's check it out.
And all of that. But I feel like yesterday watching the two of them go back and forth, it was too far. They brought the kids into it.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Wrong on both ends.
Yeah, I felt like it was too far. Now, just a little background. So when we played that audio yesterday of Cardi B going off about the Ice Spice lyric, Cardi B and one of Ice Spice's team members, his name is James. She mentions James in the audio. They were online going back and forth. Conversation is about who leaked the audio. So at some point,
but it had to be somebody in the room with Cardi because it sounds as if the other person is on the phone. The person is in the room with Cardi.
That's been the back and forth. Now, James himself came out and said he didn't leak anything, and he kind of says the same thing that you say. Cardi B says that's not true. It had to come from their side because there's certain things not added in the audio. Like she mentions something with Sexy Red in the iHeart Music Awards, and, Ice Spice being upset about.
Man, if you ain't heard that video or that clip, Cardi is going off on this dude and on Ice Spice. She up there talking about I ain't Lotto. I beat her, beat her ass. Like she's going off. You know what I mean? And I don't really know. I guess it stemmed from some music, but Cardi been a hothead for a minute. But yeah, if you ain't heard that, go check it out.
But long story short, Nicki Minaj commented on that. She didn't at Cardi or anything, but she commented on that. And she basically was saying that Cardi leaked the audio, right? So then now the two of them start going back and forth. And it gets to a point where Cardi says, listen, well, first, Nicki also addresses Cardi saying the fertility issues thing. She says that she's never had fertility issues and it's not something that should be used lightly because there are women who deal with that. And, prayers to those women. But Cardi mentions, listen, it's your son's birthday because yesterday was Papa Bear's birthday.
Oh, wow.
And you're on Twitter dedicating essays to me. For the love of God, go to Chuck E. Cheese. So then they start arguing back and forth about the night that they actually ran into each other in New York. Speeding through that. Then Cardi B mentions, because it's been a conversation about whether she mentioned Nicki on this album. Nicki posted referencing a line that I'm assuming she thought was about her. Cardi cleared it up. She said, "How are you pressed over an album you haven't got a hit on or a mention in? Your feelings are hurt because I haven't paid you no attention. You haven't even cut your kid's cake yet. It's 6:00 in LA. You must have took your first line of the day." So then Nicki tweets Barney B and Culture Vulture.
Man, to be going at it with people while you at your kid's birthday, it's your kid's birthday, is crazy to me. But Nikki, she does this thing where she interjects herself in people's business. I don't know if y'all remember, but just recently she went at it with Des Bryant, former football player, and he was online getting into it with somebody else, and she just interjected herself into the issue. So she just got into the whole thing and started speaking on what he had going on, and I'm just like, it ain't got nothing to do with you. So for her to go at Cardi about something that ain't had nothing to do with her, and then she just thinks she sneak diss her on a song. Like, if you ain't say my name, I'm not even gonna worry about it. Until you say my name, you feel me? You just say something that's directly tied to me, but just like, oh, I think she's saying something. Nikki just looking for smoke to be arguing with people online, look like, in my opinion.
Culture is Cardi B and Offset's daughter. And then of course, Cardi responds and she says, listen, that's the last time you're going to be mentioning my kids. We're not about to do that, basically. Nicki Minaj then calls Culture ugly. And then it gets really like crazy after, it was already crazy, but it gets really crazy after that. Cardi responds and says, you wish you could call my daughter ugly. Culture is beautiful, and you know that. Your hate is so deep and dark and nasty because your son is nonverbal, because you effed him up with drugs, so you're jealous of everybody's kids and their happiness. Now, these are all things that Cardi are alleging, and she's like, where are you at? Stop talking. So they go back and forth a bit, mentioning the kids.
Yeah, a lot of people was up there like, don't bring the kids into it. Don't bring the kids into it. You know what I mean? Because once you do that, it's like all bets is off. You know what I mean? But I feel like Cardi did kind of be like, hey, you supposed to be playing with your kids, but she didn't really mention the kids. So really, Nicki mention Cardi's kids first. You feel me? So Nicki really started the whole thing with the kids, in my opinion. Even though Cardi did say, "Shouldn't you be with your kids at their birthday?" But Nicki is the one who starts people saying people's kids' names. So I mean, if you speak on my kids' names, I'm gonna do the same thing. Like I said, Cardi's a hothead, bro. So she ain't gonna back down. Nicki definitely ain't gonna back down because Nicki has a history of just beefing with people. Like she just wants to beef with people now. Like I don't know why. Like she ain't making music now, so I guess she's like, I ain't doing shit else. Might as well.
And just a ton of different things that I really don't
But
even
my
want to
thing is,
read in full.
Nikki, how can you mention the fertility issue, right? Like, which is something very serious for a lot of women, who are unable to have children, and then you turn around and you call somebody's kid ugly. Cardi, you cannot talk about nobody's kids. You pregnant, like it's a lot. I think is irresponsible on both women's part. Nikki just seemed miserable. And, like I'm sorry, like she just seems miserable anytime you that's your gut punch right there. Like, and you're still, and mind you, we still have to wait till March to hear your raps,
Music.
to hear your music, to hear whatever the clapback is musically. We still got to wait till March while we watching this unfold. Right.
So I didn't know. I know Nicki was going through some financial stuff, but I guess she can't make music or she tied with some of her label. But I'm gonna have to look into it. But if y'all let me know what's going on with her music, let me know in the comments. But I was up there saying like y'all need to get in booth. But if she can't rap, then hey, I guess you gotta wait.
Right.
Yeah, they both went to hell on each other. Crazy. And this is why Cardi should have never responded to Nicki.
Yeah.
And a lot of this is social media's fault because y'all love to say lyrics be about people that they don't be about. Cardi just confirmed she wasn't shooting at Nicki on none of them lyrics.
Yeah, she did confirm that. I mean, and I will say too, though, even with social media and what people like to say, I feel like if Nicki is posting that, she obviously felt like that too. And I don't know if that stems from social media, but I think that this is a lesson in, like, if it's not directly said to you, maybe you just leave it.
That's right.
Or if Nicki wanted to jump back in there, we know Nicki got a pen. She do that. Go ahead.
But at least
where the pen at then?
Take the day off for your son's birthday though. I didn't know that yesterday was her son's birthday. Because her and Cardi's beef overshadowed that.
I don't like this. I don't like when you throw the kids in it, right?
Yeah, that's
and, you can't say somebody's going too far when you talk about somebody's kids because some people say, well, play the higher road. No, I'm going to hell with you. You talk about my kids.
Yeah,
I'm talking about yours. And and it is what it is. But it should have never got that far. They should have never talked about each other's kids. I just don't like that. It's just it's not.
And I will say, I respect Nicki as an artist, but when I read her tweets and she starts trying to label people good and evil, it really makes me think of Isaiah 5:20. Isaiah 5:20 says, "Woe to those who call evil good and good evil, who put darkness for light and light for darkness, who put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." Because if she believes that she comes off as a peaceful, loving, God-fearing human, she's bugging. Like, you can literally feel the darkness from her tweets. And honestly, that's why you shouldn't even engage with her, because when you match that kind of energy, you come off looking dark too.
You're right. And the one thing I would always say, when you're in your light and the light is shining on you, people will try to take that light away, right? Cardi B just released an amazing body of work. It's selling greatly. She had an amazing rollout. She's having a child coming up. She's doing a tour. It's sometimes, like you said, and I hate it because I'm the pettiest person. I'm a petty mother effer. But sometimes you just gotta enjoy the light.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, though. Like, Nicki sees that, so she gonna try to, get in somebody's shit because she know Cardi is doing her thing, and Nicki can't make the music. So I think she's mad, bro. Like, Nicki is becoming that troll up under the bridge, bro. Like, really, y'all the Young Money, man. If you look at what Wayne did with Kendrick with the Super Bowl, you look at Drake suing, man, and Drake just being petty himself with shit, posting memes and like after he lost the battle, you know what I mean? And now you got Nicki, who she's been battling or beefing with people for what? Years now. Online. Online though. You know what I mean? Like she had it with Megan Thee Stallion. Like I said, she just got into a Dez Bryant. She been going at it with Jay-Z, you know what I mean? All kind of female MCs, you know what I mean? So I just feel like Nicki is bitter. She's mad because, as great as she was, like, it seems like her time has passed. And she can't accept it, man. Like, you the OG now. You're supposed to be uplifting these younger female MCs. And you up here just hating on people because they still shining and you not. Like, you mad. And like he said, she be on this social media, bro. Like, you could tell she on some shit. I don't really know the whole background with Nicki doing drugs, but she definitely seemed like she on some shit when she be talking in the live, you know what I mean, or how she be tweeting. So it's crazy, bro. Like Cardi at the end of it, she was like, "Man, I know where you at. I'm about to pull up." So I don't know what happened with that, but hopefully nothing happens and it just dies down because you don't want to see nobody, you know, get hurt. You don't want to see nobody get in trouble, go to jail, and nothing like that. That's why I say don't respond to nobody online because online just brings out the troll in everybody, and Nicki is becoming the biggest troll of them all right now, y'all. But crazy. If y'all ain't seen it, look it up on Twitter. They've been going at it. It's got real ugly. It's way past Kendrick and Drake beef style. Like they going dark. But check it out. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Was Nicki in the right? Was Cardi in the right? Was they both wrong? I think they both was wrong. But if somebody started and you come at me, I'm gonna come back at you. And like I said, Cardi ain't no punk. You know what I mean? She gonna go at you. So, it's like y'all should have just ignored it like you said. But hey, you do what you do. But let me know in the comments what y'all think, man. Until next time, that's a wrap.